In the last week, I've done about a dozen videos on Victoria Crater, but I think I'm pretty much done now because I didn't really want to get back into this, okay? Because I was done doing Mars videos a long time ago, but I needed to come back because I needed to prove something. I needed to do an investigation, and I made all identified a bunch of artifacts, and it's not necessary for me to identify all the artifacts or keep on going on the rate I'm going. I found the last piece of evidence that I believe proves everything that I've been saying. The last piece, which was the boat, and I proved how it got up, how it would have landed right where it was at. I showed how it would have landed. I have enough evidence out there to twist NASA's arm, and I'm going to give the one last piece of evidence, the evidence that proves that NASA knows everything about this site. They know it's there. They know the scale of it. They know that there were little tiny humans and large humans there. I found all that out in my investigating. So, I'm just an amateur investigator, but I feel I have the skills to do this kind of stuff. You watch my video, judge for yourself. I don't have credentials, and this is as far as I can go. I'm going to present the last piece of evidence in this video, and it's up to everybody else to believe or not to believe or try to do something about it, because I'm telling you, NASA knows all about this stuff. It's going to have to be part of the disclosure. So here we have the only good picture that I could find, and I don't know if somebody slipped this out the door. Wait a second, this is not the good picture. Okay, this is one I want to show you. This was actually the same image that NASA must have. I can't think of anybody else that would do this. Why would somebody copy this area and paste it over here? Something is wrong with this picture. Hang on a second. Yes, because this is a copy of that. No. Here we go. This is the picture that I was trying to find. This one is messed up. This does look like it's copied from that and then twisted. What is going on here? You see here how the door, okay, this is definitely signs that people have been messing with these pictures. Maybe the original picture was messed with too, because I could swear this was the original picture, yet I see the same thing in here, but yet, see, now you can see the door in here. What's going on here, people? And this doesn't look right. Let me see if I can find the original picture I was working with. Oh, I know I can. It's right down here. Okay. Let's take the one that the artifacts, the one I have marked. Okay. This does appear to be here. So it wasn't like I thought. I thought they had copied and pasted this over here. But what they really did was they just fudged it. Okay, you see how clear? And I put the little people in there. Okay. That's just for scale. 4-inch scale, 4-inch tall people. But anyway, let's just get on to wait a second here. Easier if I find it this way. Let's look at some of these pictures here. Okay, this is the picture I worked with, and I'm not positive this hasn't been edited too. Who knows how many versions are out there that have been edited, things edited out there. Maybe they get a hold of them and they edit them and put them back out so that people will get different versions of the same picture. But somebody's been messing with these pictures. This doesn't. Why is this so blurred now? Look at this. Is this evidence of? And look at the other door. They cut it right out. You can't even see the edge now. They smudged it. They smeared it. Okay, this is a smeared picture. Either that or they got a lousy camera on that rover, and they're not very far from the cliff. Come on, I could bring my cell phone there and get a better image of that cliff than what NASA's giving us. See if I can see the boat in this one. Maybe they didn't. Now that would be one they probably wouldn't have noticed. So let me see if I can find that boat. By God, it looks like they took the boat right out. There it is, right there. Look at that. I think that's where you tell me, look at the original picture of that boat. Look how distorted and stretched. One of the things I noticed that they did was they just plain stretched the picture. When you stretch the picture, everything's distorted, and you can't tell the difference. You know, everything by stretching the picture. Look at that. Nothing is in this picture that I seen in the other picture. But the resolution's crappy. Yeah, I mean you can't go by this picture to prove the other one wrong because this picture is just plain piece of crap. Period. And I think that's what a lot of people are seeing these. Get that out of there. Okay, now let's try to move on here. Look at here. Look at it's. This is all different, and it's not clear at all. This is what somebody's been putting out there, and of course they give you smaller pictures. The one I used was the most high resolution picture I could find of this. It's the only one that had any detail in it. There's no detail in any of the other pictures. See, there's pretty good detail in this one, but even a lot of these, once you get up close, you find out that anything small is not going to be really detected. But you see, this is where water could wash up, and these areas here, they look like places to pull boats down into the water. They're so smooth. And it's like this all the way around that crater. I'm only interested in this cliff right here right now because I want to show you the distortions. Now here, look at, see, it's all distorted, but you can see that door there. The little door has been covered up. It's been smudged up. Why can't we see that little door clear right here now? You can see that door clear, but you can't see any artifacts sitting on it. You see this little thing right here? In the other picture, you can see it's clearly a round plate. Something like a plate. Oh, what's this here? This, I don't believe this. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, that's part of the other picture, but it's unrecognizable because they stretched the picture. You know, if you stretch a picture, then square objects are no longer square. Round objects become oblong. And now I see a bird's head, which is clearly a distorted image, but so there can't be possibly a bird's head there. But, okay, let's look in this picture. There's the boat. You can see it. Look it. It's distorted, but you can still tell there's a boat there in the spot where it would be if it had gotten washed out by some tsunami that happened in that lake years ago. And this is this is from the good picture. The good picture. You see the plate that was all smudged there in the other picture? How clear it is? Or I don't know if it's a plate or what. It's just like a saucer. And these things here, I think they're just pieces of the sides that fell off and landed there, because I can't imagine what else they could be. Those are just pictures I saved I thought were interesting. Put an astronaut on there. I wonder if I have. Oh, look. Oh, that's my distortion there. My screen was stretching things, and I thought I needed to stretch it in to see. I thought the picture was distorted, and it really wasn't. There's those round artifacts that I found. That broken skull. There's the you can see across the crater the structure. That's from a panoramic view of the same crater. Put that in a picture just to show how it looks like it's a scene. I'd like to colorize this. Make blue water, and of course that's not water, but it looks like it. You could actually make this look like a scene in an art program. Gulliver's Travels, Land of the Lilliputs, and that's what it seems like to me. Now look at this picture here. Recognize this area? Of course you don't. It's all crap now. But you know what? There's a rock, there's a male deity, and there's a female deity which you cannot identify at all. None of them anymore. Well, everybody knows about the pharaoh. Let's see if we can find the pharaoh. Hey, there's our pharaoh. Look at it. There it is. This picture is completely unidentifiable. You can't identify any artifacts in it whatsoever. And see, I can't even see the boat in this one. So there you go. Okay, there's one good picture, and even that picture looks like it's been taken off, editing done, and then stuck back on, mixed with all the others. But you can still find that one good picture. Otherwise, don't even bother with these things. They're junk. Look at it. They're made to look pretty. Let's show the pretty cliff, and if they look up close, they're not going to see nothing because we really messed it up. I mean, that's proof of a cover-up. That's proof of a cover-up right there. That's proof that NASA knows that this cliff is full of artifacts that little people made, or little people lived there, or little people and big people helped them, because I believe there's both. And I had to come back to the site to find that out, because I was always calling it the land of the Lilliputs. But they weren't living there by themselves. The evidence proves, to me at least, that there was large humans and small humans. One by the coffin. That's too big for a small person. A normal-sized person would fit in that coffin. The boat was what sealed the deal for this whole investigation, because all along I've been saying that this place was hit by large waves which crushed, and you can see this is all wall area that's still hanging. That's why I made it all white. I edited this picture, okay? This is all wall that hasn't fallen off. If this wall fell off, I wonder what we'd see. Because when it fell off over here, this was exposed. There's stuff in back of this wall right here. I'm telling you, people, it's there. There's things in back of that wall, just like this sitting back there. We're not seeing everything. This thing goes much deeper. It goes beyond here, through them doors. It goes through here, where this cracked out of the wall, through the door down here, where the slab comes out into this room right here. I don't even know if this was the major room, the main room. And this might have been the outer wall of the whole thing. It could be this was the very first room. The outer wall was crushed in, because this, I believe, may have been facing the outside. And this is some kind of a drainage, water drainage. It could be for flood waters. If it used to rain real heavy, it could be to detour the flood waters, and maybe to collect clean rainwater. It definitely looks like it was used as part of their water system. And of course, we found pipes. I found 3 pipes sticking out of the ground in here. But anyway, that's not enough of that. I didn't really want to do these Mars videos, but I felt I learned something new, and I had to get the information out. I felt like I did my job. And all I consider myself as an investigator, not someone pushing the theory of little people. not anyone pushing any theory at all. You know, I just figured this was something that I discovered, that came to me, that either I was shown or whatever. But when it came to me and I realized it, I just figured it's my job to say something about it, and not because I can just leave it alone and say, I'm not gonna. I don't want people to laugh at me. But you know what? People are laughing. They're laughing at other people out there who are telling the truth for years about UFOs, and nobody's believing them. And you know, I just think, how would I feel? Well, yeah, I discovered this. I could leave it alone and let other people just get laughed at, because you know, except I couldn't do that. I find something and I know it, I got to tell it. So um, that's this is like a conclusion to the work that I've done the last week or so. And you want to know the work that I've done, then you'll have to go back and look at my videos, because I may be done with this now. I'm not a person that stays on one thing, and I feel like like everything came together for me this week. The final piece of evidence is in that I believe proves my theory, and I'm done. Anybody else wants to have their own theories about that, that's fine. But my work is going to sit here on the internet until someone takes it serious, because I can't do any more than what I've done. So I think I'm going to wrap this up for a while, and I'm not, because I got bored with it. I got excited again this week just because I restarted on this, my favorite site, and I'm glad I did, because I found out something more about this area that I didn't think anything of it before, that this looks like a man-made wall with a little path on top, and the little people fit perfect on top of this path. And that to me is a clinker. All this stuff, it all ties it up. It all ties up. It all ties up for me. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I think I did my job. So I don't have to prove anything anymore. I did the research. I proved it. And all you have to do is look at it. V. Brigham signing off. I don't know when I'll be doing another one video, because I really overdid it on this. I did so many. Got them put out. I'm going to go on to some other things probably. I may come back to this if I feel like I need or find more evidence to add to it, but that's pretty much it. I think the evidence is there. Oh, it just needs to go in front of a jury. It needs somebody to take it in front of a jury. I just don't have that ability. I don't have that kind of a name. I don't have that kind of influence. Nobody's gonna nobody's gonna do it for me or help me, and I'm just a guy sitting in my basement with a computer. I don't have a, I mean, it'd be nice if my videos, not this particular one, but all my videos could get out there to more people, but I'm not going to pay a lot of money. I live on a fixed income. I live from day to day. I take care of 8 cats, a dog, and help take care of the household. And, I can barely pay my vet bills, so, this was just a hobby for me. It's just a hobby, okay? It's just something fun I do when I'm sitting in my basement. I really stopped doing videos on Mars videos, anomaly videos, a long time ago, because it wasn't going anywhere. I'm not going to just sit there and keep showing pictures and show what I find, because it's frustrating when people don't take you serious. So, hey, I don't need any more proof. I don't need to prove any of this stuff to myself. And I'm not out to try to prove it to anybody else, because I understand that you're only going to see something when you accept the possibility of its existence. You just can't. I'm the same way. That's why I ended up having to take 5 years to find out everything that I found out about this cliff. I couldn't soak it up all in one setting. I would never have believed it all. And I don't expect anybody else to. I just want to present the evidence that I found. And that's all. And that's all I can do is tell you what I see from the angle that I'm sitting. So, this is V. Brigham signing off. I'm not sure when I'll do another video because I just pumped a bunch of them out this week. So, see you whenever.